Hello, I'm Eric Joppy, aka Joppy7, and I play Reggie Hunt, and this is the winter season review of Finding Me, the series. In the last mid-season review, hosted by fellow castmate Kenyon L. O'Brien, we covered minisodes 1 through 6. Today, we're going to go over minisodes 7 through 11, and a lot has happened over this time, so let's get started. In minisode number 7, entitled Not What I Was Expecting, we see Fabian getting ready for a job interview at the record label.
I'm gonna wow them with my personality, experience, and, oh yeah, drive.
You're gonna nail this.
Thanks. I just really want this job.
No matter what happens, just know you're destined for greatness.
I feel good about today. I mean, they must really like me, right? Because they're calling me for the 3rd interview, right?
During the interview, we see that Fabian is not the only one going up for this job. We meet Kelly Turner, played by Ryan Boyce Drake. He leaves quite an impression.
I cannot believe these folks think a college graduate, top of his class, mind you, has to work with some dropout who doesn't even know how to spell his own name.
Excuse me?
Your name is Fabian, right? That's spelled F-A-B-I-A-N. Now, when I looked on the schedule, you spelled it F-A-Y-B-I-E-N. Where they do that at? Where did the Y and the E come from? So either you don't know how to spell your own name, or you're some ballroom kid from the House of Extravaganza.
Honey Boo Boo Child.
Honey Boo Boo Child. All right.
We don't have to like each other to work on this project.
Clearly.
But we do have to agree to do it. Because I don't know about you, but I want this job.
But look at here, little Miss Frappuccino Latte. Let's get one thing straight. I'm gonna get this job.
So after the interview, Fabian runs into his ex-fling, Eli. Is Fabian catching feelings again?
Damn, he looks good.
You remember my name? Wow. I guess I should feel special about that.
You're looking really good.
Thanks, Fabian.
So we see that Fabian's a little hesitant with his emotions towards Morris. You tell me, are those hesitations warranted?
What do you think about us becoming exclusive?
I was afraid of this.
I mean, I just want to see if we're moving in the same direction.
Can you see us in an exclusive relationship?
Again. Eventually. But, can you?
Trivia question. In Finding Me Truth, Fabian was fired from his job at the record label. Why was he fired? Is it A, he came into work intoxicated, B, he just kept falling asleep at his desk, or C, he was habitually late? The answer is C. He was habitually late every goddamn day. Because of Lonnie. In minisode number 8, entitled I Just Want to Be Around, we see that Omar is struggling with his true feelings. In this minisode, we were reintroduced to Omar's baby's mama, Tasha, played by Sherry Santiago. And she's a whole lot of something.
What are you doing here? You know what? This ain't your fucking place to be telling people to leave, Omar! Oh, I could just kill you!
So that's what you be doing when I'm going, Tasha? You just be running around like a little fast-ass fucking niggas?
Well, why not? You ain't showing me the attention that I need. You ain't nothing, alright? You ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. You're just a waste of my fucking time. So why don't we just fuck and end this relationship?
Seeing as though Omar wasn't getting any loving from baby mama, he shows up on the doorstep of Kyle, the one person he feels like he has some sort of security with.
Something on your mind?
I don't know. Sometimes I just want to be around someone who what? Does anybody know about you?
I mean, in terms of me being gay? Just to the people that matter. What about you?
Come on now, what you think?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
Just as Omar found somebody to open up to, we see that he gets caught not only by his baby's mama, but by her thugged out brother Ramon, played by Chino Ramos.
I'll take care of this. Don't worry about a thing. I got this.
Trivia question. In Finding Me Truth, Jay shows up to Omar's baby's mama's house. Why? Is it A, to borrow a cup of milk, B, to look for Omar, or C, to find out if he really does have a baby? The answer is B. He was looking for Omar. In minisode number 9, entitled Unfinished Business, we see that the 4 main characters have a lot of loose ends. So let's break it down. All right, so number 1, Tammy. She meets somebody new.
But on another night, maybe out for some coffee with you.
Did she tell him she was pregnant?
God, why does this have to be so difficult? Just because I am with child, it should mean that I can't date.
Number 2, Greg. He's dating somebody new named Chris.
You know what you can do in the bedroom.
Oh, you got that right.
Let's see what you can do in the kitchen.
Oh, I'm good in any room. Oh, what? You ready to go again?
I was actually talking about cooking.
But does this new guy reveal something to Greg that he doesn't even know exists?
Now, you tell me that don't taste like a little slice of heaven.
It's all right. It's a little undercooked.
Okay, Gordon Ramsay.
Why are you taking this so personally?
You can never be wrong. You're very opinionated and you're slightly judgmental too.
In number 3, Fabian. Fabian and Morris get into their first fight.
Us waking up in the morning, cooking breakfast, taking a shower together. Couldn't you see that? Man, he must have done a number on you.
Who?
Your ex, Lonnie.
What does that mean?
It means every time I bring up us moving forward in our relationship, you're very hesitant.
And Fabian realizes that his past relationship is affecting his current relationship. All goes in life.
I mean, the last thing I want to do is remind you of your ex. I'm not Lonnie Fabian. And if I'm beginning to feel like some type of replacement for him, we need to just end this now.
And number 4, we have Omar, who's confronted by Fabian.
Hey, Omar. Right? Remember me? I'm Jay's friend.
You got a lot of balls, you know that?
I'm not trying to cause any trouble. I'm just trying to find out what happened to Jay.
Why do you care so much?
Everyone thinks that he did something to me that I know he couldn't have.
Man, Jay's gone.
Gone? Gone where?
And we find out that not even Omar knows where Jay is.
He's gone. He's here 1 minute, and then he's gone the next.
Oh, I just hoped.
Yo, what's your name, yo?
Fabian.
Fabian. Figures.
What does that mean?
Yo, just tell Jay if you see him, I better not catch him.
Trivia question. In Finding Me Truth, in that infamous dinner scene, we see that Tammy reveals something pretty shocking. Is it A, she wants to sleep with her cousin's boyfriend? B, she hates Greg's cooking? Or C, she's bisexual? The answer is C. Tammy's bisexual. Which brings us to the 10th installment, entitled The End. In this minisode, the characters are trying to close some chapters in their lives and move on. One of those characters is Reggie. I mean, Mark, I know. Believe me, I know.
It's not gonna be that bad.
I know. You know I'm not embarrassed, right? It's just that I'm not in the mood to deal with all the heavy stuff that comes from going to a session.
Whatever it is you're going through, I'm trying to help you, but...
But what?
Your issues are too much for me to handle.
Then maybe I should just leave.
I never said anything about that. Why don't you just calm down? What are you doing?
Packing up my shit.
Janine,
Yeah. What?
I've realized something else since then.
What? What?
I think I don't want to date guys anymore.
So the complexities of Omar, Reggie, and Eli are really revealed in this minisode. And myself, personally, I was even shocked to see how deep Reggie's issues go. I don't want to hurt myself anymore.
Of course. First, we need to explore what triggers your emotional distress.
Like, you mean like why I get upset?
Yes.
Well, lately it's when I think about how Greg lied and cheated on me and his reasonings behind his actions.
Can you explain?
Greg is bisexual. And he cheated on me with some dumb broad named Tammy and got her pregnant. You see, according to Greg, he feels like since he's bisexual, that nobody understands him and that relationships tie him down. It's like he just wants to be free and basically, it's like he just wants to do whatever the hell he wants to do without any ramifications for his actions.
Did you know that he was bisexual when you first met him?
Yeah, he told me. I knew on our first date.
How did you feel about that?
To be honest, it really didn't bother me that much.
Did he share his views on monogamy in the beginning?
Yeah. Never thought about it, but yeah, he did. I knew that he wasn't the type of guy to run into a relationship quickly. You know, he told me that from the front, but I was just hoping that he would change.
Seems like Jay was very important to you. Someone you can confide in. Tell me a little bit more about your relationship with him.
I was just trying to teach him a lesson. See, one day Jay goes to my baby's mom's house. And he tells her about us. A few weeks later, when I see him, he wants to talk, but I don't want to talk. So he busts me upside my head with a glass bottle. So me being who I am, I figured I gotta teach him a lesson. Cause see, where I'm from, you don't let nobody punk you. I don't give a fuck who it is. I didn't know. I didn't know what he was gonna do.
You didn't know that they were gonna do what, Omar?
The cool thing to me in this minisode is that you see the importance of talking out your emotions and how that is essential in the growth of a person. Luckily, we have places like the Hudson Pride Center that facilitates these type of services. You look like you're having as much fun as I am here. But you know what? Even though it's hard, this place can sometimes make it a little better. There are 3 really big reveals in this minisode. The first one we find out that Eli has decided to jump over the pond and date women.
You do realize I'm trying to digest that bomb you dropped the other day.
Yep, I know. But this is something I've been thinking about for a while now.
And you sure you do not want to date men anymore?
I'm not sure about anything. That's the point. I know I'm not interested in men now. And so what if I want to explore and know what it's like to be with a woman?
You do realize this is not going to be easy.
I know. And I don't care. I still want to explore it. Janine, I'm young. Isn't this what this is about? You know, figuring it out?
Number 2, we find out what really happened to Jay.
To my homeboys. They went back. And they tied him up. And they gagged him.
And the biggest mother reveal of them all, Morris is married to a woman?
You haven't been seeing anyone while you're here, right?
No, I haven't.
Lip gloss is all over you.
It's time for another trivia question. What iconic theme song was Mark and Reggie singing outside of the Hudson Pride Center? Was it A, the theme to the Golden Girls, B, the theme to Cheers, or C, the theme to Friends? You guessed it, it's A, the theme to the Golden Girls. Thank you for being a friend. All right, we're at the last minisode, number 11, entitled 358. This minisode tells a story of how Tammy and Greg's lives are parallel at exactly 358. All right, so we have Tammy here who is struggling with when, where, and how am I gonna tell James that I'm with child?
How many men you know take care of their own kids? Would you think you met someone who's gonna take care of yours?
James may be different.
James may be different.
Yeah.
James may be different. Hope springs eternal, huh?
We just don't want you to get hurt.
And I appreciate that. But I'm a big girl. And the fact of the matter is, for the first time in a long time, I feel like more than just a pregnant woman. Do you know that that is the only topic of conversation that I have now? How's the baby? When are you due? How many months are you? What are you gonna name it? It's like, God. Talking to James has been like a breath of fresh air for me. Because before I am a pregnant woman, I'm a woman.
All right, I got a kick out of this one. We have Greg, who, as we all know, is a serial dater. Well, Greg wants to settle down. Unfortunately for him, Chris is not really on the same page.
Where are you going and why are you so upset?
You really don't get it, do you? I was changing who I was to be with you.
Why?
Because I thought you wanted to be in a relationship.
Yeah, eventually, but we're just having fun right now, right? Nothing serious just yet.
You know what? I knew when I met you, I met my match. Dating several people at one time. Menage a trois?
Yeah, like that woman you saw. It could have been a fun night.
Fun? I used to totally be down with that until I met someone who did that behind their back. And it wasn't until they were gone that I realized I just hurt myself. This is what I want now. And the kind of fun you're having, I'm just not that person anymore.
You guessed it, trivia question. In this minisode, Greg wakes up in the middle of the night to find Chris on the internet, which we all hate that. What website was Chris on? Was it A, Craigslist, B, World Star Hip Hop, or C, BGClive.com? The answer is C. He was on BGClive.com. BGC! And here's a sneak peek of the 2-part season finale. All right, well, that was our winner review. I'm Eric Joppy, and make sure you stay tuned for our 2-part explosive season finale coming early winter 2013. And until I see you again, the journey continues.